Stephanie, you can't.
By the way, I love that.
I love you.
I love you that our intro was all about me convulsing at your wedding, but I really did worry. Like, it just was too much at a certain point. I was so happy for you that I was like...
I'm really here, by the way. This is not your... by the way, I love the Cameron Diaz. That was awesome that you totally perfected that technology. No, I'm really here in the studio. This is real. Oh, my gosh. I should be out here in New York. It's happening.
You know what? That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Baby steps, buddy. Baby steps. We're coming back.
I feel a little enveloped by my chair.
Yeah, it's kind of Lily Tomlin-y, right? It's like,
oh my gosh! When you go on the Universal tour, which you've like hosted, they have the incredible Shrinking Woman shopping cart just still sitting by the side of the road.
Yeah. How about the guy, the actor? I wonder. Obviously, they can't do it now, but the actor that plays Psycho, Anthony
Perkins.
If you go on the Universal tour, you go past the Psycho house, and then the actor comes out with a knife and chases the tram. In a family-friendly, happy way.
I clearly got that.
With a knife. He's great. He's fantastic.
Okay, I'm so excited for 5 more sleeps till Christmas.
Oh, please. I'm freaking out that I'm here. I'm actually on your show. This is the most coolest, bizarre thing ever. And I got to say, I watch all the time. I'm so proud of you. And who else would start a show during a pandemic and knock it out of the park? You, of course, you would do this. And we talked before we started this.
I was going to say, you and Nan, obviously, were the 2 people I leaned on the most. And
but you could have bailed. You could have started later on. You could have started next year. And you're like, no way. I'm doing it now. People need this. And I go, I love this. I love this. And you're like, I'm coming to New York. I'm moving my family from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm taking this seriously. I'm showing up. I go, dude, you're going for it. And it's fantastic. And look at it. It's great. And everyone's so happy and safe. And it's just what you're doing for so many people. And the BFFs, shout out to the BFFs.
BFFs!
Yo, I love that. I love the BFFs. I go, yeah.
I mean, just so you know, like, I've spent the last over a decade watching you, well over a decade, again, Pisces timeline. When did you start late night?
It's about, 12 years ago, something like that. You know, the fun thing about the show, and it's like you have to try all these things, and you go, some things work, some things don't work. I don't know if you remember, you were always game on our show to try a new thing, and we did a thing called Lick It for 10. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
and
that game's not going to happen again.
Oh, in COVID? It didn't even happen when pre-COVID, trust me. The bitches didn't work. But I was like, Drew, we're going to do a thing. The idea of the sketch was that, the bit was that we just bring out a product and someone licks it and we give you $10.
Yeah.
We thought that was so funny. You go, oh, that's great. We had made T-shirts in the NBC store that are on discount. They're very available right now, any size.
I'm going to buy one.
Drew, lick it for 10, and it just sank. We tried it like 4 times, but I love those bits, and you look back and you're like, oh my gosh. And then some things go like, let's do this thing called thank you notes, and that stays with you for 12 years. And you go, and it's like all those, but it's fun watching someone launch something because you go like, what's this thing? Oh, that's going to work. That's going to stick. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's fresh and it's cool, and you're doing such a great job.
I mean, I just don't know how you keep reinventing the wheel and being such a first. You just did your 3rd round of winning this incredible pioneering race of just really showing what's possible. And because you're such a Renaissance man and a variety person, you were able to carry that, but you were able to carry it from network to platforms to viral to social media. And then you did it again for The Tonight Show. And then we went into the Scary Home Show and you showed what was possible there. And the home show was Nancy. That was my wife. Because no one knew what was happening, and it was March 12th, I want to say, the exact date. And I went to my house upstate, and my wife was like, "What's your plan? What are you going to do?" I go, "There is no plan. We don't know it." And she's like, "You have to do something. This is when you have to show up." And she was reminding me of that David Letterman quote that we love, where he said, being courageous is the best, After 9/11.
Yeah. I'm talking about all, everyone that showed up, and you have to be courageous. And he goes, even if you pretend to be courageous,
yes,
it's just as good almost. I mean, it's like, and I think of, I thought of that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not the frontline workers. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a teacher. And I'm not a cashier at a store who's being brave to sell you food and so you can feed your family, but I can entertain and I can do something. So
and raise a lot of money for charity.
we did these. We started on YouTube and with just my iPhone, and Nancy was the director.
Yep, holding the camera. Winnie and Franny would make the signs for what charity you were doing that day.
Dude, Winnie and Franny, they are not actor kids at all. You cannot like say goodnight to everyone. They go good morning, whatever. And I go, oh, gosh, I want to hire kids to pretend that they're my kids. Like, aren't they cute? They're like, they look nothing like you. I go, but they're great actors. We had one where I was interviewing Russell Wilson and Ciara, and Winnie lost her tooth. She lost 3 teeth while we were doing these things, and she lost a tooth, and she came, she's like, Dad, 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 and there's blood all over her mouth, and I'm like, for us it's cute because it's my kid, but no, the world is gonna go, what happened to your child?